If you're a quantity surveyor and you're spending hours drafting difficult emails, writing up your compensation events, your variations, you're wasting hours and hours of time. These sort of tasks can now be done automatically or a lot faster using AI tools. In this video, I'm going to be going through 3 AI tools that I personally use on a day-to-day basis in my projects. I'm going to be going through ChatGPT, MeetGeek AI, and also Claude, and just explaining to you how these 3 tools can make your life a lot easier as a quantity surveyor and make you more efficient in your workflow. Okay, so those of you that don't know me, my name is Mr. Pinero. I'm a senior quantity surveyor in the UK. I have over 10 years experience in the infrastructure sector in the UK. I created this channel just to help anyone aspiring to become a quantity surveyor or any younger quantity surveyors who want to move up the career ladder to become a senior quantity surveyor quickly. This channel is just designed to help you in that process. So straight on to it. Let's go. The first tool we're going to talk about is ChatGPT. Obviously, we're all familiar with ChatGPT by now. So one of the things that I use ChatGPT for is document drafting and reporting. ChatGPT is really good at drafting clear, professional outputs that can be tailored to whatever audience you want it to be. So for example, if you're working on the NEC contract and you're drafting early warnings, compensation events, payment notices, or any type of contractual letters, you can use ChatGPT to create a template for you to help you draft it. If you're not sure on how to, for example, deliver a certain tonality to the message that you're trying to draft, ChatGPT can help you in those instances. I've also used it for negotiation and communication support. So for example, if you've got a negotiation coming up, you can put the details into ChatGPT and you can kind of like role play the negotiation and ask ChatGPT to role play different perspectives. So ChatGPT can play the role of the client, it can play the role of the contractor, or it can play the role of the subcontractor in different types of negotiation circumstances. This can help you to practice these negotiations before the actual meeting takes place. Yeah, basic things like that it can do. It can rewrite contract responses in different tones. So if you want like a formal legal tone or you want like a more collaborative commercial tone, it can do those things for you. It can summarize complex contract language into simple plain English that everyone can understand, which can be used to explain more technical things to your non-technical stakeholders on your projects. I'm going to try and include some like simple demonstrations in this video as well of the different tools and just some basic examples of how to use them. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys. So as promised, I'm just gonna show you how I personally go about using ChatGPT on NEC contracts or construction projects in general. So we're going to start with a simple everyday, well not everyday, but a simple scenario that we could use for simplicity. So if I share on the screen now, so here's the scenario. I'm a contractor building a new car park. While digging for drainage pipes, I discover unexpected old concrete foundations underground, and these were not shown on the original drawings. So if I'm assuming I'm working on the NEC for this project, I can put into ChatGPT this prompt here. So this prompt says, act as an NEC3 contractor QS. The reason I put this line acts as a QS is to just get the AI in the frame of mind of the profession that we're we're working to. So we're working as a quantity surveyor. So I've just put at as a quantity surveyor. And I've put draft and early warning notice under NEC 3 ECC clause 6 16.1. Use a formal letter email format with subject line, contract reference, recipient, who will be the project manager, a short factual summary, how it could affect cost, time, performance, suggested mitigation options, immediate proposed actions, and attachments list. So I've just tried to make the prompt as comprehensive as possible so that it includes everything that you would typically put into a good draft of an early warning notice. I've said to keep it under 350 words, and to use placeholders in square brackets for any missing specifics. So let's put this all into ChatGPT and see what comes up. So I'll put the scenario. I highlight the scenario and the prompt as well. Let's highlight all of that. Let's click copy, and then let's put that right into ChatGPT. We click the send button, and let's see what happens. See what ChatGPT comes up with. So yeah, I use this to save me time drafting early warnings or Cs. So here's the result. So we've got the subject early warning notice, discovery of unforeseen concrete foundations in excavation area. Contract reference, so you put your contract reference in there, you put the date in there, your project manager's name, so if you're the contractor's QS, you put your name there, the project, and it says dear project manager's name in accordance with 16.1 of the NCV construction contract. The letter serves as the early warning notice for a matter which could affect the cost and performance of the works. Description of the event is described here. Potential impact is given. Suggested mitigation options. Pose immediate actions, and then it's got attachments for any attachments that you want. So yeah, you could use this. So you'd copy and paste this into Word, and then obviously edit it for whatever style or whatever you need to go for. If you, the good thing about ChatGPT as well, you can change your tone. You can put please make it a more warm or friendly tone, or a bit more professional, and it will change it to suit. So let's say once you've got that, you've fixed it up, and you can send it on. And let's say you wanted to also draft a project manager's instruction to remove those obstructions. Again, you could just put the prompt in here. It's just at the bottom. Following the early warning about unexpected buried concrete foundations, the project manager instructs the contractor to remove all the obstructions so drainage can be installed as designed. This change was not in the original scope of works. And then you can just add, please draft the instruction. You hit enter, and then it should very quickly draft. Yeah, here we go. I just drafted it there. Following the early warning notice regarding the discovery of unforeseen building concrete foundations, the project manager hereby instructs the contractor to remove all identified buried concrete obstructions within the drainage installation zones to allow the drainage works to proceed as per the original design drawings. And it's got all the clauses, relevant clauses, and everything listed. Again, it's a good way to get a template, and then you can adjust that template and use it to send out your instruction based on your works. So as you can see, it's good at it saves time, so you don't have to think about writing up this template yourself. It makes things really professional as well. So yeah, give it a go. If you do want me to use this format, screen share format, and show you guys other ways that I use ChatGPT, other prompts that I use, please just put it in the comment section, and I'll make some more videos on this topic. All right, so let's just carry on with the video now. The next tool is Claude. So Claude is similar to ChatGPT, but it has what's called a longer context window. So Claude can handle much longer documents in a single go. So yeah, you can paste in a very large contract, for example, with, I don't know, let's say over 50 pages, for example, and it can analyze it all in one go, whereas ChatGPT may be a bit slower, or you may need put it in chunks instead of one go. What this means is that in Claude you can copy and paste entire contracts and ask Claude to analyze the contract and show where there's risks or flag up certain clauses that you should be aware of. So this makes Claude particularly useful for reviewing contracts, legal documents, or technical reports, things like that. It's definitely really good for that. It's also really good for document summarization and structure. So Claude is very good at creating hierarchical structured summaries of long documents. Just giving like high level summaries of the documents very quickly, so you can get an idea of what is in the document really quickly. You can ask it for a clause by clause breakdown as well. It can give you a list of risks in the contract, and again, ChatGPT can summarize everything into plain English. There's also tone and safety bias. So Claude tends to be more cautious and neutral in tone, which some people prefer when they're dealing with like more heavier legal or compliance heavy text. Yeah, so that's the main differences between the two, between ChatGPT and Claude. Next use case for Claude as well, it's a contract reviewer. Again, like I said, so because of its long memory and its strong summarization abilities, it can be used for spotting unusual or risky clauses. We can also use it to compare two versions of a contract side by side. It can extract all responsibilities for each party, and like I mentioned before, turn dense legal language into plain English. So the next tool that I use regularly on a day-by-day basis is MeetGeek AI. MeetGeek AI is essentially is a note-taking AI software essentially that you can send to join your Teams meetings. So it comes into the Teams meeting as a person, and then just takes notes during the meeting. The good thing about it is you can copy and paste the meeting link into MeetGeek, and it can join meetings ad hoc. It doesn't need to be previously scheduled or anything like that. So what I personally like about MeetGeek is its accurate transcription and notes. It works with Google Meet, Zoom, or Teams, any of those. It generates bullet points to summarize the notes that have been taken. It's great for progress meetings. If you're in any subcontractor negotiations or commercial discussions, it's great for that. Another thing it's good at is action item tracking. So you can avoid missing any commitments or any actions that were said in the meeting. And next, it's got a searchable meeting knowledge base. So if you've been using MeetGeek a lot for meetings, you have a database of all the meetings that you've used it for. It keeps like all the notes for you. So what this means is that, for example, weeks later after a meeting, let's say a dispute arises, you can pull up that transcript and search on June the 5th, did this subcontractor agree to these LDs, for example, and you can search through it, and then it'll bring up when you had that meeting, and the transcript is really good in that case. Next, MeetGeek as well can auto tag mentions of money, risk, deadline, claims, or any tag that you want to tag on it, and this saves you digging through hours of discussion. So, for example, if you had a meeting you didn't quite remember, and let's say you was talking about variations, for example, you can type the word variations, and then it'll track all the instances where variations were discussed, and you can have a look to find which meeting that you were searching for, which is a useful tool I found. It's also good for collaboration and sharing. The summaries can be shared with your project managers, your PMs, your directors, your legal team, just with the click of a button. Yeah, it's very good in that sense. So yeah, I hope you guys will integrate these AI tools into your workflow just to make your day run a bit more smoother and potentially save you a lot of hours during the week. If you want more videos like this, hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.